Hello, this is Coach Bill, National Master at chess.com. I'm covering some games analysis for a number of the clubs I work with. This one is from the chess.com, the Chess Academy. You can find a link to this club at in the YouTube description. And I'm analyzing games of 30 minutes and longer. I don't do blitz chess or bullet chess. You can find that pretty much anywhere else on Twitch. We teach you how to think like a master, how to plan your moves. You can go play blitz when you get better at chess. Okay, so I can use the analysis function here with the chess.com interface, and they have their own game analysis. I really don't pay attention to what they say. It's a little different. I'm going to use my opinion. So let's, they give some icons, book moves. Now here, this move is playable, but it tends to be very drawish. The strongest move is d4, and you need to learn a lot of theory, and that's beyond the scope of this video. But the game is pretty much even here. Now, this is an interesting strategy here. I've promoted a strategy for some time, and if you have watched my videos, you might have seen me talk about this. So maybe SeniorPatzer got this strategy. The idea is we want this knight to be here. We want a castle, and we want to transfer the queen over here. And then we get some attacking chances if white castles kingside. And this is exactly what happens. Good job. We'll see there when we get there. Okay, so I don't particularly like white's strategy here, and the chess.com server is saying best move. Okay, come on. Let's follow some logic here. Let's get some development. Let's play here, okay? Or let's play here, here, and here, or something. Or even though we've lost a temple, let's protect e4 and find a way to get d4 in. Okay, you don't need to be pushing your wing pawns. Okay, so this is beginner's trap. If black's not paying attention, he'll lose his bishop. So he stops that. Okay, now he saves his bishop. Now now here I disagree. The computer was recommending this move or something. That's going to weaken this square. Okay. These are particularly strong pawns. Look at the center squares they're controlling. That's a lot of territory. White's not controlling that much in the center. So I like this formation for black. It's an excellent way to go. Okay, let's move forward. So here we want to play knight h5, but we can't right away because there's a discovery against the knight. So queen e8 is the proper move. And then here it comes. Now calling it dubious. No, this is the correct strategy. Okay. So who cares if rook gets sidelined? Now there's one less attacker on this square, so we're going to get that knight into f4. Okay. Now here comes a mate threat. We're also threatening to take this pawn with check. And white chases the queen out. I don't know what it's recommending. Now maybe you should just repeat the blunder. Or chess.com's calling it a blunder. Well, there's no mate threat down here. Maybe the answer is to play king h2 and eliminate some of these threats. But here's one of these problems when you have your pawn pushed up to h3 here. The g2 pawn is overworked. It's defending two squares. You can't do both. So, for instance, in this, well, let's see. Let me analyze it this way. King here. I'm just going to burn some moves here. Now I'm going to take the queen away from protecting this. I'm going to put it here. Well, it still don't have what I want. Sorry. Let's put the king here. Okay. Now I'll bring this back. Put this up here. Now, as I say, this pawn is overworked. Can't do two jobs. So just knight takes. And if pawn takes, this guy falls. It's one of the problems with when you have your rook pawn pushed up. Okay, so he plays rook here and just gives up a pawn free. And there's nothing wrong with coming back here. It's a perfectly good move. Okay, so chasing the queen again, pinning, and pile up on the pin piece. And white's got some problems here. He's going to drop this with check, and then the attack is still going. So we're threatening to play a move like f3 check, cutting off communication here. So, white probably needs, well, if white plays f3, here comes queen g3 check. White's game is going downhill fast. So, here, again, now the king becomes overloaded. We break communication between the queen and the knight, and white says, well, you take my queen, I'll take yours. But as I say, the problem is this king is overloaded. So black just collects this and grabs the queen, and black has a rook up, and the rest is easy. So we'll just kind of run through the moves here, see what happens. Both sides are taking their time. I'm real happy to see that. Generally, I will spend less time on a game where they move fast, and I'm going to try to avoid any games where they're just playing just to get a game analyzed. I already did one. I won't do another necessarily. And is giving question marks, but what's the big deal? The outcome is decided. White is going to get checkmated here eventually. I don't know why he's playing on. And let's just push that king back. You don't need to grab pawns. Let's just go for a mate. Okay. Okay. So now white realized the inevitable is coming. But overall, this was very well played by black. White kind of lost his grip on things at this point by not being prepared. See, d4 is a really good move, and if you know a lot, you can win with white or with black from this position if you know the lines. Because if you don't know the lines, you've got a lot of difficult territory to walk into. Let me show you something. I'll just show a little bit, make this video a little longer. Okay. This is the best move. Now white has this very tricky line, the Molar attack. He could also play bishop d2. And then we give this up. Now here, if you don't know this is black, you could say, wow, I'm going to win another pawn. And this is not the best continuation. The best was to take with the bishop instead of with the knight. So white plays here, and black says, oh boy, look at all this material I got. And suddenly black's in a heap of trouble here. His king has no legal move. Nobody wants to put their queen here and see it snapped off, so they put the knight here. And then we eat that up. The king has to come over here. Well, he doesn't. He has to take this. But now black gets checkmated in short order. Here comes a very nice double checkmate. Look at that. So what black has to do is black has to give up his queen. And after this move, black has one developed piece, his queen. His king. That's it. Everything else is sitting at home. His pawns are going to start falling like dominoes here in a moment. Even though it's, this king is developed, black can try to get some development, but his pawns are too vulnerable. The queen is coming into play with check. It's going to centralize. It's going to be attacking all kinds of pawns shortly, and those pawns are going to fall. And the king is exposed, and none of these are helping. So that was a good game by black. If you want to have some fun at chess.com, join this club. The link's in the description. And stick around and watch my videos for improvement. If you want a game analyzed, join this club. As long as this promotion runs, join it. Submit, play a 30-minute game. Take your time and submit it. Thanks so much.